When you think of Puma, what comes to mind? You probably picture their classic sneakers, the kind that have defined generations of street style and athletic performance. Or maybe a soccer jersey, emblazoned with the leaping cat, worn by some of the world's best players. But the company is much more than that. It's a multifaceted brand with a diverse portfolio. Puma SE is a global powerhouse, a major player on the world stage. They're designing and selling not just athletic gear for peak performance, but also stylish casual wear that fits seamlessly into everyday life. And they're doing it while competing with giants like Nike and Adidas, brands that have dominated the sportswear industry for decades. This isn't just about shoes. It's a much broader vision. It's about building a lifestyle brand that resonates with consumers on multiple levels. A brand that's woven into the very fabric of sports, fashion, and culture, influencing trends and shaping perceptions. The rise of athleisure, this blurring of lines, where gym wear meets street style and comfort becomes the new luxury, has been a goldmine, a significant growth driver for Puma. Their strategy? What's the secret sauce? Blend performance with fashion, creating products that look as good as they perform. Signing top athletes like Neymar, aligning with figures who embody both athleticism and style. And collaborating with stars like Rihanna, tapping into the power of celebrity influence and fashion-forward thinking. This dual approach keeps them relevant, constantly injecting fresh energy into the brand, appealing to both athletes pushing their limits and trendsetters shaping the future of style. Puma's resilience, its ability to weather storms, comes from this balance. If one area slows, whether it's footwear or apparel, another can pick up the slack, ensuring consistent growth. As investors, it's crucial to see Puma not just as a sportswear company, but as more than a logo, a symbol on a shoe or a jersey. It's a brand with global reach and cultural impact, influencing everything from athletic performance to street fashion. Understanding this business model, the intricate workings of Puma's strategy, is the first step to evaluating Puma's stock and determining its true potential. So let's dive deeper into what makes Puma tick, exploring the key factors that drive its success. Let's dive into the financial performance of Puma. We're going to crack open the numbers and see what's really going on beneath the surface. So, how is Puma really performing in today's dynamic market? Let's analyze their key financial indicators to get a clearer picture. Recent earnings reports show modest sales growth, indicating a steady but not explosive upward trend. This growth is particularly impressive given today's tough economic climate, marked by inflation and shifting consumer behavior. However, growth has slowed, especially in the North American market, which presents a challenge for the brand. Fortunately, other regions like Europe and Asia are picking up the pace, demonstrating the strength of Puma's diversified global presence. Profit margins are currently under pressure, primarily due to rising costs of raw materials, manufacturing, and logistics. But Puma is actively managing the situation with strategic price increases on select products to offset some of these expenses. They're also implementing stringent cost controls across various operational areas to improve efficiency. Investors should closely watch whether Puma can successfully protect or even grow these margins in the coming quarters. Their extensive global footprint is undoubtedly a significant strength, providing resilience in a volatile market. This means that strong performance in one region can effectively offset weakness or slowdown in another, ensuring overall stability. Emerging markets continue to be a bright spot for Puma, offering significant growth opportunities. This is largely driven by the increasing demand for Western brands and athletic wear in these rapidly developing economies. Effective inventory management is another key area of focus for Puma right now. After experiencing significant supply chain disruptions, Puma is diligently working to maintain healthy stock levels without resorting to heavy discounting, which could hurt profitability. This strategic approach not only frees up valuable cash flow, but also protects their profit margins in the long run. Overall, Puma's commitment to financial discipline, combined with its extensive global reach, are key indicators of strong and effective management. Now, let's turn our attention to how these strategies ultimately translate into rewarding their shareholders and driving long-term value. Does Puma pay dividends? Yes, and that's a good sign for investors. They typically pay an annual dividend, with a payout ratio between 25% and 40% of net earnings, sustainable and shareholder-friendly. During tough times, like the global health crisis, they paused dividends to protect the business, but have since reinstated them. This shows responsible management, rewarding investors when possible, but prioritizing long-term health. While not a high-yield stock, Puma's dividend adds appeal and a steady income stream. Now, what's new at Puma? Puma's recent headlines are all about change and innovation. New CEO Arne Freund is steering the company after the departure of Bjorn Gulden to Adidas, signaling both continuity and fresh vision. Product-wise, Puma's LaMelo Ball basketball shoes are a hit, boosting their credibility in a lucrative market. They're also pushing running tech with Nitro Foam, taking on Nike and Adidas. Marketing is Big Puma's deepening its Formula One partnerships, putting their logo in front of millions of fans worldwide. These high-profile deals keep the brand visible and aspirational. Another focus is direct-to-consumer sales, selling more through their own stores and website. This boosts profits and gives Puma more control over its brand. E-commerce and retail innovation are top priorities for the new management. All these moves are about elevating Puma's global presence. So, what does the future hold for Puma? What strategic moves are they planning to solidify their position in the competitive sportswear market? The overarching focus is clear: brand elevation, taking Puma to a more premium level, and aggressive global growth, expanding their reach into new markets. CEO Arne Freund has a vision to transform Puma into a more premium brand, a move that signals a shift in strategy and target audience. A key part of this strategy involves leveraging high-profile collaborations and strategic athlete partnerships to significantly boost brand desirability and, consequently, prices. This is about creating a perception of exclusivity and value. North America represents a particularly significant target for expansion, offering substantial growth opportunities. They're focusing their efforts especially in key sports like basketball and running, aiming to capture a larger share of these lucrative markets. At the same time, Europe and Asia remain crucial strongholds, providing a stable foundation for further expansion. Innovation is absolutely key to staying competitive. Puma is making significant investments in technology, from the development of advanced foam technologies to the creation of smart apparel, all in an effort to stay ahead of the ever-evolving curve of sportswear technology. The sportswear industry has become a relentless tech race, with companies constantly vying for technological superiority. Therefore, Puma needs to maintain a strong focus on continuous innovation to effectively compete and maintain its market position. But what are the challenges that lie ahead? They face fierce competition not only from established giants like Nike and Adidas, but also from a growing number of nimble, innovative upstarts. And of course, the ever-present specter of global economic uncertainty adds another layer of complexity. Ultimately, successful execution of their strategic plans will be absolutely everything, the key to unlocking their potential. If Puma can effectively deliver on its ambitious strategy, it could translate into solid and attractive returns for investors. The next few years will serve as a critical test of their ability to not only grow, but also to adapt to the rapidly changing market dynamics. For investors, Puma presents a compelling growth story, but one that comes with inherent risks and the potential for significant rewards. So, let's wrap up by considering what all of this means for your investment watch list and potential portfolio decisions. The question remains, should you be keeping a close eye on Puma as a potential investment opportunity? So, is Puma worth your attention? Absolutely. It's a global brand in a resilient, growing industry with a smart strategy and a dividend to sweeten the deal. The new leadership is focused on premium positioning, innovation, and direct-to-consumer growth. Risks remain, competition is fierce, and consumer trends can shift fast. But Puma's turnaround story and clear plan make it a stock to watch. For patient investors who do their homework, Puma offers both stability and upside. The next chapter depends on execution, but the potential is real. Keep Puma on your radar.